Now we turn to China. The 40-day peak travel period is underway in the country as the biggest holiday, the Spring Festival, is only 2 days away. More than 30 million passenger trips were made nationwide on Saturday, most on highways. COVID control and prevention measures remain a top priority. But authorities say local governments must refrain from imposing additional control measures targeting people returning from other parts of the country. The Spring Festival sees millions of Chinese return home to reunite with their families. This year, it falls on Tuesday, February the 1st. Now,
data estimates that around 200 million people will travel by train for this Spring Festival travel rush, and that would be a 28% increase from last year, but it's definitely not at the same levels we saw before the outbreak of the coronavirus 2 years ago. As in the Beijing South Railway Station, about 50,000 passengers will send off from here. That's 20,000 more than the first day of the travel rush, but the number is still not really impressive because it would be up to 150,000 during the pre-pandemic days. So these numbers are telling us that the coronavirus still remains the top concerns of people and affecting their plans of returning home. But the pandemic has already changed many of our lifestyles and also our travel plans. I've talked to some of my friends, and they say they'd rather to stay put for the Spring Festival, and some of them simply put off their schedule. But that would actually shorten their time with their families. But then they said they would not want to take the risk this year. But I actually talked to some of the passengers just now and asking them about the policies of returning home, and they say, in fact, the procedure is quite simple. They have to go back with a negative results of nucleic acid test, and then they will have to report their travel history to local communities. And other than that, they don't have to do much. There's one passenger told me she will have to, when she returns to Beijing, she will have to stay home for a week before she go back to work. But all the passengers have been saying that this is a little bit of annoying to report their travel history, but they understand. Because we're all in this, and then we want to have a safe Spring Festival, so everybody has to do their own part. But no matter how much people want to change about their travel plans, the pressure on the railway station, the system is still huge. With the outbreak of coronavirus in some parts of China still going on, and also the opening of Winter Olympic Games in just a few days, all the prevention and control measures have been stepped up in all the train stations, and in South Railway Station, the health check is an integral part. All the passengers here will have to register with their digital health code, and only those with green colors will be allowed to enter. And also the station is prepared for the groups that might not have a digital health code, for example, a child or maybe an elderly. And also just now I saw a robot is sanitizing this waiting hall, and they say the robot is sanitizing this hall every 4 hours. And also the station is offering free masks to the passengers.
Hi, Panda. Now I'm in the Yayao service station along the highway from Guangzhou City to Jiangmen City in Guangdong Province. Actually, here I can see a lot of travelers and drivers are in the rest station. And here in the greater Bay areas of Guangdong, Hong Kong, and Macau, the Spring Festival travel rush is almost at its peak. And according to the data from the Daily Department of Transport, the daily traffic flow has increased around 9% year-on-year in these areas. And Guangdong alone has witnessed around a 6% increase and involves 6.2 million of vehicles every day during this travel rush. And also coronavirus prevention is a key word in the whole management during this period. The health codes and the mask are essential, and also people from certain areas will be checked by the coronavirus results, test results to make sure the areas are safe and sound during this period. And also we know the Greater Bay Areas is the very place that's supplying a lot of New Year goods to the other areas in China. So 15 cargo trains operate every day from these areas to transport New Year goods to Chinese people in Hunan, Hubei, Jiangxi, Shanghai, and northern China. That is pretty much the situation here in the Greater Bay Areas.